Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
It's like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't. They can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome to this week's episode of Bread and Circuses. We're back. Nick had to move a little bit, so we were...
you guys can see in the camera. New place. Caleb's got the new studio thing.
Got the
going
backdrop
there.
set up.
Yeah.
We got it's fucking changes, but we're still here. Still the same thing.
It's a cool backdrop, man. I
like it. I dig it. It was not a lot of hard work. It was pretty easy, but yeah, no, it's fun. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So, we got to do before we do anything. Shout out, congratulations to Frank Garrett on becoming the new king of England. I grew up watching the prank calls of Frank Garrett, and it's just crazy to think that he's come this far. So, congratulations, Frank.
Did you ever watch that fucking show on Netflix that was about like the royal family when they were like
no, I refused to recognize them.
I remember it was a few years ago. My ex was watching it like when we were still together. I think it was like new at that point, and I remember seeing that the guy who's the king now,
Frank Garrett. Yeah,
no, King Charles
that's what we call
III.
him. Yeah.
He was like a character in there that was like a fucking weirdo and stuff. Like seeing that guy now as the king is just kind of funny. Yeah, it's like, goddamn, dude.
See, I only associate because I didn't know who he was. I just saw the face like when they did the Frank Garrett prank calls, and I just associate him with this old man in Stillwell, Oklahoma, that owns a construction company and calls people stupid cocksuckers all the time. So
I know him. I know he is from that show only. So like I mean, we don't follow the royal family all that much. We just thought it was funny when the queen fucking finally croaked. Like,
you thought it was funny? Well, you know.
Dude, I got approached by the like local NBC, like the news crew outside of a Best Buy, dude. I was literally buying the new cord for my mic, and the news crew came up to me hoping to get like an interview. Like they were doing the lady next to me, and she was like, "No, I gotta go." And then they started asking me about it, and they're like, What do you think about the queen being dead? I'm like, honestly, I don't really care. They're like, oh, really? Why? I was like, this is America, dude.
Who gives a crap?
That's England. Who cares, man?
Well, I mean, we've got the Kardashians here. That's our royal family.
That's our royal family, dude.
You know, that's so we got, it's all good.
When Pete and Kim broke up, then I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I shed a tear.
That was a big deal.
I posted on Facebook that my hearts were with her and stuff.
When Bruce transitioned, it was a huge deal. Like, but
Woman of the Year, man.
Woman of the Year, yeah, proving that once and for all, men are always better at everything, even being women than women. But
exactly.
Yeah, so like I've always associated Frank Garrett or Prince Charles with being Frank Garrett. Up until a couple years ago, didn't even know that was Prince Charles. I thought it was Frank Garrett. So
I would have thought that one of the fucking frogmen, sons of one of those inbred frogmen, sons of hers, would have like taken the throne or some shit.
No, it's the oldest gets it. So whatever lizard person is next gets it. I think
which pedophile think will get it next after him?
Andrew's the next, and he's an actual like documented pedophile.
Exactly. Like, man, that'd just be fucking great, dude.
I still think the royal family had Epstein killed, man.
I think it was Israel, man.
You think? You fucking anti-Semite.
No, I don't, dude. There was a lot of people that would like make legit cases that Epstein was actually like a is
Mossad agent.
Mossad agent.
Yeah, and he would compromise people, and that way Israel could like blackmail him and shit.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah. I don't know, the royal family, because everyone's like, oh, it's the Clintons, it's the Trumps. I'm like, the royal family has more money than both of those people combined.
Yeah,
so,
but they don't have a lot of power in the United States.
They got hitters. They got hitters, bro. They got hitters everywhere. That's
I don't know. Whoever it was, man, is pretty crazy that they were like able to just get away with it.
Someone who had more money than God, bro. That's who it was. It could be anybody. Could have been Bill Gates, bro.
It was Soros. It was George Soros.
George Soros. He's spiking the water. He's messing with the weed. Dude, it could have been Bill Gates. Bill Gates was well documented. That's part of what his wife said, like her reasoning for divorcing him was that he had his ties to Epstein. So
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've been so like cockeyed about this freaking Mar-a-Lago shit with the FBI. It's like they're releasing all the documents they found in the fucking Trump raid, but they haven't released anything about the Epstein investigations.
Right.
Like,
nothing.
Fuck you guys, dude. Fuck the FBI.
Yeah, well, dude, the FBI is just a fucking political arm at this point.
Literally, it's like some KGB shit, man. Like they're fucking seriously raiding the political rivals. It's scary, man.
Dude, yeah, the FBI, yeah, man.
It's scary that they're just like openly doing it. Like,
yeah, and half the country's applauding it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the shitty part.
Because, like, the fucking all it's going to take is some crazy Republican, like, that's actual Republican, not Trump, to get into office and turn that shit around on just completely gut all the FBI.
Well, no, that's what I said is when Joe Biden's house gets raided in 2026 at the direction of President Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
Don't say I didn't tell you so.
He had some sniffing documents.
Yeah. The Hunter Biden shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm like they're like trying to say that like Trump took like foreign nuclear documents. I'm like, the fuck does he want foreign nuclear documents?
Yeah, why would he
like,
care?
Why?
What good is that going to be to Trump?
Why would he have and why would he have declassified it? Well, like what? He just wants like Iran's like nuclear program fucking secrets. Like why?
Right? Why would he care?
Yeah.
Why would anybody care?
He does not give a shit about that stuff. Like, I don't know. No, man, it's fucking dumb.
I do think the Republicans need to move on from Trump, though. I think it's time.
I think you're right with DeSantis is probably going to run and win.
It's got to be DeSantis. I don't know. Well, my concern is DeSantis will run and Trump will run against him, and it's going to ruin DeSantis the way it ruined guys like Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio.
Well, those guys were also like a lot more fucking not good in the Republican. Like, there's not a lot of people in the Republican, or not a lot of conservatives that like Ted Cruz.
That's true. Yeah, and Rubio was kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
Rubio was kind of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Rubio was just kind of like a nobody. Like he didn't have any fucking. He's like the.
He was the corporate guy.
He was like the Republican version of Pete Buttigieg. Like
yeah, he was the corporate guy.
Yeah, he had nothing that made him stand apart from anybody. Like he's just like the fucking face in the crowd guy. Like nobody cared about him.
Yeah, milquetoast, generic. Yeah, but I mean, no, it's
what's the Futurama bit where he's like, I don't think his corporate whatever goes too far enough or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like that guy.
Oh my god. Oh shit, dude. So Gabbie Hanna, update on that saga. By the way, and I'm going to change.
Yeah. What happened with that? Is she okay?
Well, so we were laughing about it, and then like the next morning, this has been like a week since this happened. But she posted that like some guy was like in her apartment or in her house, excuse me, and they were like dancing and shit, and like the guy like came there saying he was out on a jog and needed to use the bathroom, and he just started like filming everything. Like just documenting it. Like he just showed up at her house, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm watching a true crime documentary in the making.
Is she okay though? I haven't really checked up.
Yeah, she posted that she was having a manic episode. That's what she said.
She was a coke bender.
Cocaine manic episode, more likely.
Manic cocaine bender.
What do I know? Just speculation, right? Yeah, no, she fucking dude, she went off on that TikTok stream, dude. That was crazy.
It was
Like
crazy.
it was hundreds of videos of her just screaming like a lunatic.
Are they all still up?
She took most of them. I think she took most of them down. But what's funny was in her apology thing, she was like defending it still. You know,
Why did
she's
she
like,
apologize for it?
she's like, I'm sorry, I was on a manic thing. I started off just trying to, you know, talk about something I'm very passionate about, which is homeless babies, which was the one she was screaming about. I'm like, so you were
Why was
still
she apologizing about it? She's just on a coke bender, dude. Like the
right.
fucking 80s rock
Allegedly.
stars used to do that shit all. Yeah,
Dude, she was out of her goddamn mind, whatever she
on
was
coke.
on. Probably. Fucking Gabbie Hanna. Oh my god. I don't
You
know,
think
dude.
some fucking 20-something-year-old that's fairly well off to do in LA, dude, you think it's that hard for her to get some coke? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, I loved all the simps in our comments defending her. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
she's not gonna fuck you. Shut the fuck up. She's
Also,
not gonna
I'm
see
like,
this comment and have sex with you.
I'm like, dude, she's just on a coke bender, man. Like, just don't take what she's saying seriously, and like, you
Right.
don't really like you. Why do you need to freak out about it, dude? She's just on a coke bender.
Right. You guys are laughing at her. She's mad. I'm like, yeah, it's funny.
It's
It's
funny,
fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's sad that she's manic depressive. I'll give you that.
If I see
But
a
it's
video
funny.
of Scottie Pippen drunk off his drunk as a skunk pissing his pants, I'm gonna laugh at it, dude.
Yeah, dude. When I see the homeless guy downtown fighting the air, you know what? It's sad, whatever mental or substance abuse issues that guy has going on with him, but it's still fucking hilarious. You know what I mean?
Who's
Like I'm
the
still
one?
gonna.
Who's the one actor? The William Neeson or whatever, the Irish guy.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Yeah. There's tons of photos of Liam Neeson being like really drunk in public and taking pictures with fans where he's just pissed his pants. Like there's tons of them.
That guy's got issues.
I think it was honestly when he was like really depressed after his like wife passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like in public pissing his pants.
Did you ever hear his racist rant?
No.
I guess his sister got raped by a black guy, and he said when he found out, he grabbed a lead pipe and started patrolling the streets, ready to assault the first black guy he saw.
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah.
He said that like a really long.
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some problems. That's fucking.
His wife died in like a skiing accident or something.
Did she really?
Yeah. While they were in like Colorado or something, man.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's a guy with demons then.
And they
He's
were
got some
married for
problems.
like a long time,
Yeah.
like 30 years or something.
Well, wasn't it
dude.
like Jordan Peterson had a similar situation where he like lost his mind after his wife got her cancer came back or something?
Well, so yeah, I mean, I like Jordan Peterson.
I like him too.
Someone, you know, I don't know if you've.
You need to pay attention to the amygdalas in the brain.
Have you? No, it's like, well, I'll tell you, or like, how? What's his manner? Yeah, he says like, I'll tell you. You know, he says, you know, a lot. It's like
bloody.
You know,
he says bloody all the time. Yeah.
You know, it's quite clear to me that. But no, dude, ever since he got off those fucking antidepressants, man, and it's like kind of come back into doing like podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
He's really tripped out, man. Like you can tell he's like had some shit that affected his brain. Like, you know what I really think happened, man, was I think he accepted the fact that he was gonna die a few years ago, and he got like really into religion because of it.
Yeah.
Kind of hasn't gotten off of that, you know what I mean?
What do you mean accepted the fact he was gonna die?
Well, I mean, he said in recent podcast, like in the Lex Friedman podcast, man, he said he accepted that he was gonna die from the getting off the painkillers and the antidepressants and everything, man. Like, and he's having like that horrible pain and everything.
Yeah,
like he thought he was gonna die. Like he seriously thought he was gonna die. So I think he had always been someone who kind of like would say like religious undertones in his stuff and everything, but now he's like goes full off on it, man. Like he'll go off on just like these rants about like heaven and God and the Bible and everything, and it's a little bit different from when he would focus on his, you know, his psychology stuff.
Right.
He'll get back onto it and everything, but like I watched him on the Lex Friedman podcast, like what was it, like a month ago or something like that. And it was hard. It's hard to listen to it because he kind of goes off on these crazy rants. You know what I mean? And like there's and I'm listening to it and just like, bro, that doesn't make like that's just like him ranting about the Bible and trying to compare it to like something that
he does do that now, huh?
Yeah. I really think that he just had a little bit go off in his brain.
Dude, near death experience. I will speak from my own experience. Near death experiences will bring you closer to God than you ever thought you could have imagined.
I'm sure.
That's all I can say. I mean, that's whatever your religious views are, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It puts things into a different perspective for you. Once you come face to face with your own mortality, you look at things a little bit differently. And it's not always this big change or anything like that, but it's for sure. It's like, oh, this could all go away today. You know what I mean? Like you've always know that in the back of your head because you hear stories about it, but until you get hit in the face with it, you don't know. You know what I mean? Because I mean, let's be real. Most people, I mean, we've all heard of tragedies and shit. For the most part, like most people, everyone you know died like of old age or cancer or some slow shit. But once it comes to like, oh, I'm 27, healthy, and doing everything the right way, and I still almost got killed. Like, oh, this can all be taken away from me tomorrow.
I really think that like 6 years of like attempted, or what I guess it's more like 5 or 4 or 5. But like that was a long amount of time of basically the entire like public left trying to like cancel him.
Destroy him.
He went through like a 4 or 5 year canceling attempt, dude.
They hate him. They hate him almost as much as they hate Trump.
Yeah, man.
Almost as much as they hate Trump.
It's because he's so intelligent and he like bases a lot of his opinions off of like psychological knowledge and stuff.
And that's the thing, and that's what they want, is they want or they don't want. Because what they want is anyone that's, to the right of them, I guess, to the right of Stalin, to be the stereotypical TV cartoon conservative, the buck-toothed redneck, drunk as shit, can't really articulate his fucking arguments. It's all just, oh, you libtards, blah, 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 just a moron. And when you get people that are intelligent like him, or even people like Matt Walsh, or, they hate that. They fucking can't stand it because it's like, oh, now I actually have to defend my argument instead of just make fun of the person I'm up against. Because this guy can actually articulate what he's saying and appeal to a larger audience and sound intelligent. So.
It was funny about like early Jordan Peterson too, because he was very hyper specific about his criticisms. He didn't like the left wing bias in universities.
Yep.
He was very like hyper specific. He had data that reflected it, what I mean, like census data and everything. And he was like really specific with his criticisms, man. And he was right, where nobody was worried about the right wing being like extreme right, like fucking ethno-nationalists being a threat in universities. It was the fucking commies and the deconstructionists that wanting to like remove everything about Western culture.
It's the great march through the institutions.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Maoist shit, bro. Maoist China.
It's still relevant today. My university has that shit rampant through it, man. It's I see it everywhere. And I'm like, God, when I see my poli-science professor fucking sweating bullets up at the top because he wants to call everybody Latinx, and he's like a guy from Mexico, and it sounds like, and he's saying it, he sounds like if he doesn't say it, he's got a gun to his head and he's gonna lose his job if he doesn't.
The white people will come after him. That's the funniest thing, man, is people love to shout colonizer, 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 and like that's fine, but don't call me a colonizer when you're actually actively colonizing the Spanish language. You're literally the Latinx shit. That's what it is. It's fucking white. It's white people going, oh, hi, brown people in South and Central America. Here's why your language is wrong. Let me fix it for you.
I don't think
me make it more
Americans
tolerant.
Are considered Latin American.
Oh well,
it's more like Central, like Puerto Rico. Everything.
Well. Whatever they are, they're not Latinx. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they're not Latinx. Like
the Latinx. It's Latinx Heritage Month, man. Got to show some respect. Okay, that's.
I think saying Latinx is the most disrespectful thing that you.
I completely agree,
say, man.
Like, I completely 97% of Hispanic people agree with you.
Yeah, the 3% that don't agree are in California and don't speak Spanish.
Well, they were all like born here. They're like third generation Americans. You know what I mean?
I'm a third generation American, dude. Like,
I think I am too. Third or fourth. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's fucking stupid, bro. It's the whole Latinx thing, the whole pronoun thing.
When
It's
you
all just
speak
a
Spanish
joke.
too, that's what really makes you go, like cringe at it, because you're just like the rules of Spanish grammar aren't really that complicated to learn,
Yeah.
like, of gendered nouns and everything. It's
Well,
like it's applying these like Western fucking ideas to another
and
language,
I'm
and
Western. I
it's
don't even agree with that shit. You
yeah.
know, like I don't know.
These
Hold on, I gotta say,
neo-Western
yeah,
ideas about gender and everything, that to like a
fake
completely
ideas,
separate language, like in culture, man.
fake ideas that aren't real. Yeah, specify what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was riffing on stage tonight, and I have this joke about how trans women are like beyond meat. That was going off on it, and I was like, it's like the impossible whopper, like in the sense that it's impossible you'll ever be a real woman. I was like, oh, that was good. Came up with that on the fucking spot. I was like,
And I mean, kinda, dude. It's like this new shit that everyone's trying to force down your
well, I
fucking.
mean, I don't give a fuck if people are transgender, man. I just like my thing is don't force it on my kids, first off, or anybody's kids, number one. And number two, don't expect me to go. Don't get mad when I don't want to play along with the delusion. You know, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and honor your they them pronouns because you decided that you read on Twitter one day that you don't feel like a boy or a girl sometimes, so you're non-binary. Shut the fuck up. You have a vagina. You're a woman. Non-binary is literally.
Imagine if like the when we were kids was the modern day, dude. If you would have like watched the Powerpuff Girls when we were
Right.
kids, they would have been like, "Oh, trans, let's get them on fucking hormones."
Put them on the hormones, literally, bro. That's how stupid it was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like the non-binary thing. Non-binary doesn't mean you don't feel which way about gender. Non-binary, all that shit means is I'm a upper middle class white girl who's never been oppressed in her life, and I need to earn some points for my social media friends. That's all it means. That's all it means. I probably got some anxiety and depression that's not being treated adequately, so I'm just gonna make some shit up so I can fit in and consider myself to be oppressed, and everyone's gonna,
Or I'm autistic.
they're probably
I have
autistic as
undiagnosed
well.
autism. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's upper middle class white girl, teenage white girls that have never dealt with any adversity in their life, so they decided to create some. And it's like, dude, just enjoy the life that your parents worked their asses off to give you. Why do you fucking have to create some type of fake adversity?
I learned that the Q in LGBTQ means questioning.
Questioning,
I
not
thought
queer.
that meant
I thought it meant queer too.
Yeah.
It means questioning. What is questioning? What?
Like your sexuality, like you're bi-curious or something,
Oh.
which you need
So
to be
all
proud
straight,
that you're
all straight women, all straight women. Then
you need to be proud that you're bi-curious, I guess. Like,
I mean, I don't know. Well, it's I only call it LGB. That's all. That's all we're at. LGB.
Yeah,
That's what it used to be,
because
because trans is not the same thing.
That made sense back in the day. Like,
trans is not the same thing. It's not a sexual orientation. It's not.
It's a mental illness.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. That's actually true. But no, it's how you identify. Gay people don't identify as gay. They just fucking are.
They
gay.
are gay. Yeah.
It's a preference. I had this discussion with somebody because I said that I don't go along with the trans delusion, and someone said, "Well, what about gay people? Do you not go along?" I'm like, "No, that's a completely different thing, bro. That's their preference. A gay guy prefers to have sex with men.
A gay
that's
guy,
no more of
a gay
delusion
woman
than
doesn't need surgery to have sex with another.
He just decides he's gonna have sex with a man. That's the thing, bro. Is like I don't fucking.
It also doesn't completely go against every fucking like biological law regarding like chromosomes.
We're not denying reality. He's not saying if a guy were having sex with another man and said, "Oh, I'm actually having sex with a woman," then that would be the equivalent of the trans thing. Then it's a delusional thing. Then it's like, oh, that's he's in denial of an obvious reality here. A dude or a dude preferring other dudes or a woman preferring other women is no more of a delusion than me preferring apple pie to cherry. It's not like I don't give a fuck what you prefer, bro. Some dudes only.
It'd be like if you were eating that apple pie.
I mean?
It'd be like if you were eating that apple pie and then like this is a chocolate cake.
This is actually what's something healthy. This is a slim fast. You know what I mean? Like something like that. This is good for me. Like it's not.
This is a pineapple.
Yeah, exactly.
This
is an apple. I eat Buffalo Wild Wings 3 nights a week, but that's healthy for me. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the equivalent of it.
Yeah.
It's all just, I don't know, man. I get exhausted talking about it but it's like,
and all the like dissenting opinions about it were like squished, man. About like LGB minus the T was a huge subreddit that got kicked off of Reddit like 3 years ago.
Well, I got in a thing with a girl one time. I was like, dude, I straight up said, if you put your kids on hormone blockers, you're a child abuser. And she goes, show me one peer-reviewed study that says that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to find a peer-reviewed study that says precisely what I say, but I also don't need a peer-reviewed study to tell me that if I gave my kids meth, that would be child abuse.
Also, I could show you like actual psychologists that think
well, the problem is any type of peer-reviewed study that does show that is going to get stifled, and a peer-reviewed study is not going to come out and say it's child abuse. They're going to come out and talk about like long-term effects and shit. But that's why I was like, dude, I don't need a peer-reviewed study to tell me that I shouldn't put my kids on hormone blockers for the same reason I don't need one to tell me I shouldn't give them meth. And she goes, are you really comparing hormone blockers and transitioning to meth? I was like, you know what? That's a good point. Meth addicts have a way lower suicide rate. And then she blocked me.
Also, I mean, it's like putting kids on ADHD medicine is me and my girl were laughing about that today about medicinal meth. And I was like, well, you know, like Ritalin is basically medicinal meth. So it's I guess that's true.
I love it's like they're like there's no long-term side effects. Like really, there's no long-term side effects of stopping puberty in a 12-year-old.
Well, I mean, they have none at all. The physical effects of like bone density reduction,
brain swelling,
and what is it? The increased chance of cancers,
brain swelling. Yeah. Well, even then, I'm like, even if none of that shit happened, I'm like, you're gonna look me in the eye with a straight face and tell me there's no long-term side effects of stopping puberty.
When they say mutilation, when you do
what it is,
when you remove the breasts of a 14-year-old girl, dude, that's body mutilation, dude. You're removing their fucking boobs.
Like, you cut a kid's dick off. Yeah, dude.
I know a lot of times trans women don't even do that surgery, but like the fact that you're giving them like these irreversible testosterone blockers and shit that are
like I said, I don't
change their body. Like,
I don't care what a grown adult does. I really don't. If a dude wants to go through with all that shit, go the fuck ahead, bro. I don't care. I'll call you Jessica instead of Jesse. Whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. Stop pushing it on people's kids. Stop telling someone's kid that, you know, maybe someone's son played with a fucking doll during indoor recess and now all of a sudden you're trying to get him to transition to it. No, stop that shit. The teacher should be in jail. The principal should lose their fucking job. Anyone else involved should be investigated for child abuse. Absolutely. If your child, if you're 8, because they had a kid in middle school, the CPS came and talked to their parents in Texas because the kid was trans. It was an 8th grader. I'm like, yeah, you know what? They should be talking to you. Sorry. That's fucking child abuse. Your mom and dad are letting you run fucking rampant. It's just as destructive as if they were letting you drink. Actually, it's more destructive because, again, higher suicide rate. I know I sound like an asshole saying that, but it's a fucking fact. Your parents are abusing you by letting you transition at such a young age.
It's funny that the people that say that kind of stuff too about like will be all for like, oh yeah, we'll talk to kids about this stuff in the 3rd grade and everything. They're the same ones that laugh at like the people bringing their kids to church and stuff.
Right.
They're like, oh, they're indoctrinating from a young age.
Yeah.
It's like they do that in the public schools, man.
Yeah,
like,
dude. No,
you're the same shit.
Not even close to the same thing, man. I would prefer my kids, you know, share the same religious beliefs as me, but I'm not gonna fucking make them do any type of surgery or anything, like, you know what I mean? None of that shit. Dude. Like
getting what's it called? Fucking the dick foreskin removal, the circumcision.
Yeah, well, there's like medical reasons for that. I don't know.
I've heard that that's pretty much completely fallen out of favor anymore.
Is it?
The people used to do it back in like the biblical days.
I've heard it's like easier to clean though.
Yeah, I mean they did it back in the biblical days for exactly that, for hygiene reasons.
Yeah,
but
well, that's like
anymore, man.
I'm like, bro, first, because people come at you for that. They bring that up all the time. Like, first off, you're gonna tell me, like, you can't tell me that circumcision of an infant and transitioning a 12-year-old are even in the same league. Shut the fuck up, number one. Number two, there's actually, I mean, it's up
even
for
if
debate.
even if they are, like, I'd say circumcision is like completely fallen out of favor with like modern people.
Well, I mean, I'm more sympathetic to the circumcision argument than I am to transitioning your kids. There's at least legitimate doctors that you know, argue like you said, the hygiene benefits of circumcision and stuff like that. But I mean,
I even like maybe back in like the biblical days where they didn't have ready access to like daily showers and stuff, you know what I mean? But like now it's not really, it's kind of non-factor.
Well, if you're in my house, we can serve water here. You take 1 shower a week. Okay.
Well, because like the smegma thing, you know what I mean? Like literally, like dick cheese. Like,
bro, dude, can you even imagine how bad the swamp nuts were back then in days like
probably
that?
Pretty awful, man. Well,
like
I mean,
soap wasn't readily available.
I've gone a month without showering before from
how
the
did
army.
You smell?
Oh God, I don't know. You stop smelling yourself. You stop smelling yourself and the others around you.
See, it wouldn't even be the smell that bothered me. It would just be that feeling. You know what I mean? Like you feel
you just
heavier.
stop noticing it after a little. You do, and you just stop noticing it after a little bit, man. I'm telling you.
Well, it's like you ever go to the gym and have a real good workout and then hit the sauna right after, and it's like, yeah, you know you stink, but it's the heavy feeling of just all that crap, like you said, smegma weighing down on you, man. Just in your groin and your armpits. It's just that disgusting feeling. And
yeah, really, after about like a week, you really stop noticing it, man.
Oh, God.
Like you really do. Like you just feel like the worst thing is like for the army is like you get like all that dirt and grime on your clothes, your uniform. They literally stand on their own. Like you could literally like put your pants up and it's like
gross.
They stand on their own, dude. Yeah,
gross.
Pretty bad.
That's repulsive. Oh my God.
It's what it happens, man. Like you would take like that was in a one particular training event where it was like being in the field for a month straight.
Yeah.
It's like it's the last one you do before you deploy. So it's like the big one, you know what I mean? And you like bring wet wipes with you. You can wipe your like armpits and your groin and your ass.
That's an Italian shower though. That's not a real one.
They just call it wet wipe shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we call it Italian showers, just deodorant and cologne.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Italian showers, they work for about 10 minutes, and then as soon as you start to sweat, all that, dude, you gotta take a real shower, man.
Yeah, and we were out in the middle of the desert in the summer too, so like it was hot and you were sweaty, dude.
Well, that's the other thing, man, is a lot of men, not women's as much, but men's hygiene products are full of just like chemicals and all kinds of bullshit. It's very few like natural soaps available to men.
Yeah, I've been do you still use Dr. Squatch?
Dr. Squatch, no, not sponsored yet. Dr. Squatch and Duke Cannon are both really good. You can get like Duke Cannon at like Target, but
yeah. Dr. Squatch is at Walmart now. That's right. I got that pine tar one, man. It's awesome. I love it.
They're good. Yeah, it smells good. The smell lasts longer. It's not like the fucking gel. Yeah.
I was using some crazy soap.
My skin's for sure healthier. Yeah.
I was using one that I got from like a department store. It was like nice, like God, Jack Black, like that stuff that you get at like a fucking like.
Oh yeah, I know what
like
that is.
Mall. Yeah, dude, and it was making the skin on my hands like come off, dude.
Yeah.
Like dude, it was like fucking with my skin.
And the other thing is shampoo and conditioner. They have that too at Dr. Squatch, but no, it's shampoo and conditioner for
I have
men
to try
too.
the shampoo, but I only shampoo my hair.
No,
like
you don't
every,
have
like 3 days.
You don't have as much need as I do.
You still have to, man, because even when you don't have hair, your oil on your head is still like really like I have a really oily scalp too, so like I have to wash my head.
I'm Italian, I do too. So no, I get it. But no, dude, for real, it's like men like we wonder why male pattern baldness is such an issue, and I'm not a doctor.
I know they've proven that like certain like shampoos like daily use of it causes like your hair to fall out.
We
fucking found that.
Yeah, as a man, you should only be washing your hair 2 to 3 times a week. Wash and condition, but like shampoo and condition, excuse me. But yeah, man, it's like we wash our fucking hair with windshield wiper fluid, and we wonder why we fucking lose it. You know
I know, man. I know my hair came out as fast as it did because I was like doing deployments in the army, and my helmet was like rubbing around on my head, and you know, and I had all that stress and sweat and everything.
Yeah.
Like if you look at pictures of me before I went on my first deployment and after, dude, it looks like I aged like 5-6 years.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, I've seen those pictures for sure, man. For sure. Well, that's I don't know, dude. It's late as fuck. Do you want to call it? We just did a half hour.
We could do a quick episode tonight. Yeah, sorry we haven't been consistent. Caleb moved, then I moved.
Yeah, it's just been a fucking hustle, bro. Yeah, we'll be back at it though. maybe we should do another one this week anyway.
Yeah, we
Just
could
to
do one
pop 'em out,
on Monday
fucking-
too this week or Tuesday.
All right, bet.
or
Yeah, we'll do
something.
one Monday or Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that works. Make sure y'all check out my new show. That's based on outlawstreamers.com. Go check it out. We got it going out there. It's fucking fun. First episode just dropped today, actually, Friday the 9th.
I meant to ask you, man, are you putting those on Spotify?
They should be on I don't know. They're on outlawstreamers.com. Yeah, I think it's on Spreaker. It's on Rumble. We're banned from YouTube right now, trying to get back on there. But,
Really?
yeah, they got banned. Chris Baker got them banned. Big surprise. But yeah, so that's where it's at. Y'all should go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It was my first episode. It was a little rusty. I haven't done a show by myself like that. So, but it was different. But it's real fun. It's coming together. It's got some like it's not like this is more of a conversational show. That one's more of like segmented.
Mhm.
So it's just a completely different type of show.
Vibe, yeah. Different to do. Different
I'll definitely
to run.
get because like part of the thing though is we do like correspondence. So I'll definitely get you on there as one soon.
I'd love to, man.
Bullshit. Yeah, for sure, bro.
I can be our Ukraine war correspondent.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
I've followed it since the literal day it
You can
started.
talk about how it's all a big hoax. You got anything you want to plug?
No, not here yet.
All right, my guy. All right. Well, this has been Bread and Circuses. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. 5-star reviews on all the podcast apps. I think that's all I got. Peace to
Deuces, y'all. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Peace.